Hey everybody, I got the Hobby Drifter here again. Fresh back from the Wonder Festival 2020 winter, or the Winter Wonder Festival 2020, and I just wanted to talk about my experience there. Real quick note: when I do these videos, I try to focus entirely on my own personal experiences because a lot of times, if you read stuff online, it's how things are supposed to be or how things are traditionally. I'm just gonna share how it was for me. So I went to this festival, and I have never been to a Winter Wonder Festival or Summer Wonder Festival before. Been to the Tokyo Toy Show a few times. Thought it was a good time. But a friend of mine asked me if I was going to be in the area to stop by and help him pick up something for his collection. And I wasn't in the area. I was about 2 hours away, uh, but something to do on a Sunday afternoon. I didn't really have plans, so gets me out of the house for some time. Um, so here's the deal with the Winter Wonder Festival. It is basically split into three ish categories. Your first section, like the big hall, is your major exhibitors, your Bandai, your Hot Toys, Takara Tomy, uh, those types of things, where they display upcoming figures. They've got the reps there to answer questions. It's very trade show type thing, but they've got stuff that will be coming out usually later in the year on display. Occasionally they'll have prototypes that aren't confirmed yet. But it's cool if you're a fan of any of like the big companies. There's that for you. The other part is smaller, like independent groups that make what are commonly referred to as garage kits. Usually it's just a small operation, and they'll sometimes sell exclusive stuff at the show. Occasionally they'll get licenses for like a one-time use license where they'll make these figures that can only legally be sold commercially at this show. And there's plenty of them. Prop makers are there. People who do cosplay stuff, uh, figures. I jokingly mentioned that most of the independent stuff that was being made and sold there could be split into robots, heroes, like magical girls, women with really interesting proportions, and cats. Those are the big ones. And obviously everything there was really nicely done, like artistic quality that I can only be jealous of. So yeah, you got your big company hall, your independent producer stuff, and then you've got people who are just selling stuff. You've got your vendors. There were people selling Transformers and Power Ranger stuff, Super Sentai, older robots, Mafex, and like figure art stuff, and just sellers and resellers. Also, there is a robust cosplay scene there, and I have to give a shout out to how well the cosplay thing was done. Um, there aren't a whole lot of rules for the convention itself. I mean, you can buy alcohol at the show and drink it on the floor. I mean, that's not a big thing. But they had some very common sense consent rules for cosplay. You're not allowed to take pictures of cosplayers without their consent, and you're not allowed to take video. You because you can figure out for yourself why. And it was really nice. Most of the cosplay stuff was either done in between the halls or outside near the back of the Makuhari Messe. And there was they'd get their cosplayers there. There was a line of people, many of whom had just ridiculously expensive looking cameras for this purpose. There were just jaw dropping cosplayers. I saw Many characters I've never seen before because I'm not a huge anime person. But I mean, there was a Gundam group. There was someone was I think Lam from Urusei Yatsura. There's a Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka. I mean, just awesome. Not really my thing, so I didn't really bother. There was one person dressed as AI or Tai from Transformers Robots in Disguise, but she didn't seem to be. She wasn't posing. She was just on the show floor. Would have loved to have gotten a picture with her, but you didn't want to bother her when she was just enjoying the show. Fantastic cosplay though. Really really nicely done. And yeah, so those are the things. You got your big exhibitors who aren't really selling anything, the smaller garage kit companies that are selling stuff, and people who are just selling stuff. And it's huge. It takes up like I think 8 halls at Makuhari Messe. Three specific rooms plus the cosplay area, with like the dividers down to be more halls. So just absolutely huge. One of the garage kit type / vendor areas had really bad lighting. I mean, so it was really crowded. There's a ton of stuff going on. You want to see everything, but just the low lighting made it. I mean, it gave me anxiety trying to see anything in like the low light conditions. But it reminded me of shows from the past that I used to attend back before collecting became a huge thing. So it's kind of a throwback to that. There is food available at the venue with extraordinarily long lines to get anything. This thing you're looking at is the Wonder Festival guidebook. It's under here, Wonder Festival 2020 Winter Guidebook. And it's also your ticket to the event. So instead of buying a ticket, you go to the ticket office and buy this. Nobody checked it. I mean, like I bought the book, hopped in line and then just went in. No one actually checked to see if I had I had the book in my hand, so I mean I guess they didn't really feel like they needed to stop you. But I mean it's kind of weird. I haven't done anything. I haven't checked the barcode or the code here. Yeah, I thought this was Sadamoto art, but it's actually it's not. It's Kiyohiko Azuma and Yotuba Sutazio. But it is Kyoto. Not the most exciting book. I mean, it explains what the deal is with it, how to get in. And then just a ton of how to find these things. And then these are basically the business cards or the signatures for all the different independent exhibitors at the show. And then towards the back you get some of the bigger stuff. Yeah, like I say, not the most exciting book. Probably not going to hold on to this for very long. But the show was a very good time. I made some comments while I was there that even though I was having a good time, basically everyone I knew would probably have enjoyed the show more. Just because my collecting days are kind of behind me and that I've got pretty much everything that I want that has been currently released. So I mean, it was nice to check out the promo for the upcoming Evangelion movie. They had a ton of Eva stuff there. The Takara Tomy booth, very Transformer centered. They showed off the new Devastator and the upcoming RC and Tigatron. Someone assured me there that the chest for RC was not mistransformed, and I personally thought that it looked great in person. I've not seen any pictures, including my own, that actually did that figure justice. Of course, all the major exhibitors were showing off stuff that doesn't really appeal to me because it's not in my wheelhouse. But if you're a big time toy fan, then it's cool. Show cost 2,500 yen to get into. It is in Makuhari Messe, which is a huge convention center in Chiba. It's a few stops away from Tokyo Disneyland, which is cool on the train to go past Disneyland. Like I said, it took me about 2 hours, between 90 minutes and 2 hours each way to get there, and I was on the show floor taking pictures and mostly taking pictures and hunting for stuff for my friends for about 5 hours. So yeah, the whole day was about 8-9 hours from the time I left home to the time I got back. A lot of walking, a lot of cool stuff to see. Some of the stuff does get really expensive, and I do suggest bringing a bunch of money with you. There are ATMs in the general area, but none that could even generously be considered convenient. So if you know you're going to be buying a bunch of stuff, you bring cash as you get in the door. All right, that's about all I got from Tokyo Wonder Festival 2020. I am now planning on going back for the summer Wonder Festival because I did have a good time, and now that I've kind of gotten my feet wet, this seems cool. Hopefully I can find another collector in the area to come with me because it was, I don't know, kind of lonely going by myself. But it's good time. If you're in Japan when one of these is happening and you've got some time and money to spend, check it out. All right. I've been the Hobby Drifter. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for hearing me rant about this show with very little visual information besides the book here. You can find me on Twitter at Hobby Drifter, where there are a bunch more photos. And I will speak again shortly. Thank you.